I'm covered in chills right now, dude.
Please, who opened that door?
I can do whatever?
Wow!
That was the eeriest feeling I've had in this
Oh, yeah.
for a while. Just our energy going in there. I told you all night I didn't want to go in there.
This entire night, logic has been thrown out the window.
The camera fell off the bed.
I literally saw that thing sliding across the bed.
I need you to say the words, Madison Seminary.
Hi, I'm Eric McGill,
And I'm David Woolever.
and we are paranormal investigators welcoming you to join us as we put new theories to the test and attempt to explain strange phenomena. We invite you on a journey
That will give you a glimpse.
into our haunted minds. Alright, Dave, this is our first official investigation together. So, where are we at and where are we headed to right now?
We're going to the candy store.
Nice.
No, anyway.
Well, we all know where that's at.
We are in our home away from home, Madison, Ohio, heading to where do you think?
Well,
Madison Seminary.
nice. Alright. Well, another exciting thing about today, other than the fact that we're going to Madison Seminary, is that we have Adam joining us for this investigation.
Big boss man's coming.
Really looking forward to that and, having him help us out and having him investigate with us today. What do you want to talk about as far as the history is concerned?
The history of the Madison Seminary is some of the most extensive location history that you can find out there today, actually. There's information literally everywhere. And obviously we don't have time for me to go over all of it.
Right.
From what I have gathered, well, the original building, the Civil War building, built in 1847, started out as like an elite school kind of a situation. After the Civil War, it turns into a home for displaced, Army widows and children and things like that. So there's a whole slew of history just between it being a school, housing these women. One of the most notable women being a Union spy during the Civil War who worked directly with Abraham Lincoln, and that would be Elizabeth Stiles, who was too pretty to shoot.
She and I have that in common.
Well, we'll see about that.
Alright, play it tough.
They have a gang, shoot her husband because he's loyal to the North. She gets away, goes on Rambo-style vengeance.
Ooh.
Not really, but she turns into a spy, does her thing. Pretty successful. She ends up here in Madison, Ohio, lives out the rest of her days.
That's very interesting stuff, but one thing I was particularly interested in is all the claims of activity that happens there. People see shadow figures, they see like white mists. Things move all on their own. It's incredible the things that people experience out there. And it's from everybody, from guests that come in, from the Mad Crew to paranormal investigators that are fortunate enough to come out and visit and do their overnight investigations, their private ones and whatever. So you can't ask for a more active place than Madison Seminary.
That's very true. And the activity has seemed to ramped up since Adam's been bringing in all these different antiques and fixing things up. It's gotten pretty much off the charts, so I'm pretty excited to do this. For my first time investigating in quite a while, I'm ready to go.
People have been donating and doing a really good job here, so with the renovations and everything. Oh, look, we're here now. How convenient. Just as we're finishing up, we're pulling in. All right. Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Adam's done a lot for this place so far.
Hey, did I tell you that joke that my niece told me the other day?
No, what'd she say?
What do you call haunted paper?
I don't know.
It's paper, you idiot.
Wow. So I take it she's a little bit skeptical then, huh?
Well, her parents are anyway.
There's that man. Well, we're here. You ready to go?
Let's do this.
As Dave and I approached the front door, we were both anxious to get underway. Madison Seminary is widely accepted as being one of the most haunted locations in all of northeastern Ohio. Given my own personal experiences, I have to agree with the popular opinion. Once inside, we made a beeline to meet up with Adam, and then of course greeted him in our typical manly fashion, so that we could make a quick trip over to Main Street Retreat in order to conduct a demonstration for a group of local Madison residents. Here to tell us more about it is our good friend and Mad Crew team member, Denise Smith.
Hi, I'm Denise, one of the Mad Crew volunteers here at the Madison Seminary. Have you ever wondered why paranormal investigators will sometimes see a shadow or an anomaly and cameras never seem to capture it? Well, Dave and Eric wondered the same thing, so they decided to do some of their own research. What they found was very interesting, and they wanted to share it with some of my friends down at Main Street Retreat in downtown Madison, Ohio. We encourage you to do your own research, but what we're about to show you is a controlled example of how this phenomenon works. Take a look at this handsome devil on your screen. Please do your best to stare directly at the star on Adam's nose and try to focus on it. In about 20 seconds, we're gonna take this image away, and then you're gonna see something really neat. Please keep in mind that in order for this to work, we need you to keep staring at the star. If you lose focus, then this neat little trick won't work. Please continue to stare. We're getting ready to take the image away now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What did you see? Did you suddenly see an image of Adam in full color? Here's the fun part. Your eyes just played a trick on you. The only thing that we did was make the screen white. The image of Adam that you just saw was not caused by us. Well, not entirely. So let's learn how it works. The phenomena that you just witnessed is called an after image, or more appropriately, a ghost image. Our eyes have two types of photoreceptor cells called rods and cones. The rods are sensitive to light and dark, while the cones are sensitive to colors like red, green, and blue light, which are responsible for the color in our vision. Together, these photoreceptors convey the color of light from our eyes to our brain. When our eyes are exposed to a particular hue for a long period of time, our cones and rods become fatigued. So if that image is to suddenly disappear, the photoreceptors will send a signal to our brain in the form of a negative or opposite image, even though it's not really there. For more specific details on how all of this works, we encourage you to do some online research of your own. And unfortunately, we have no way to explain every single instance from all paranormal investigators. However, this demonstration does show how it's possible to physically see something that isn't actually physically there. After sharing the information with my friends, Adam, Dave, and Eric head back to Madison Seminary to start their investigation. I can't wait to see what they find.
All right, we were just outside, and Adam, you actually saw something,
Yeah.
and that's why we're hitting the ground running.
Literally. So we were just chatting right before, we're like grabbing equipment very quickly right now. As we were talking on the porch, I saw what looked like just a gray, dull dress, white lines in it, something hustling right this way. Came in, I was already covered in chills. I looked down the hallway, I literally thought someone broke in, and it was just hustling this way. So without wasting any time, welcome back to Madison, gentlemen.
Yeah, actually, we don't have time to mess
we're
around, so I'm gonna set this down, and we're just gonna grab that Phasma real quick because I don't want to miss anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually stop recording on this camera.
Stop recording and just, okay.
We gotta strike
we
all the
hustle
irons
over there.
hot here. I'm just shutting this down real quick. Just gonna set it down because I don't.
What'd you hear?
I thought I heard something in the distance. I'm sorry, I'm moving fast here.
Oh yeah, might be a little on edge right now. That was just a little too real, and you were, yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll take
Here,
this.
take that.
We're gonna run with it. Guys, this is how it happened, so.
Gotta love Madison.
Did you guys open that door?
Excuse me?
No.
You've been over here to open this door?
Nobody's been out here all day.
Oh my God, why am I'm covered in chills right now, dude.
No, we haven't.
We literally haven't been over here.
No.
We haven't had a need to.
10 times worse.
Something that times worse?
10 times worse.
10 times worse?
10 times, that's what I'm.
Dude, that door is, I've never had this door
God.
opened.
All right, did you open the door? What?
He did.
He did.
He did?
Why?
Who's he?
It was two voices saying the same thing, male or female. All right.
One at a time here.
Yes, one at a time, please. Who opened the door?
What?
One more time. Please, who opened that door?
I can do whatever?
Wow!
I can do whatever? Is that what I heard? I heard the whatever part. I can do whatever.
What's happening?
What the H?
Wow, though.
That's starting to get a little real, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Right out the gate.
All right.
Was there a woman running over here?
No.
I thought I saw a woman in a gray dress.
It was me.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
When we felt that the responses were slowing down, we decided to head to the next floor on the Civil War side to see if there was anything that may be willing to communicate with us up there.
I despise her? I heard something there. Who are you?
I'm showing here. No funny business.
It's just an eerie vibe right now up here.
Oh my God. No, this is good, but we gotta hear you again.
I'm sorry, did we scare you? Far away?
Wow.
There's a female that far away?
Yes.
Listen, we're sorry if we got off on the wrong foot. You got chills there?
Wow.
I'm sorry if we got off on the wrong foot. I really am. Is you caught us off guard outside on the porch.
It's been a while since we've actually been over here, so we're inside.
That
And it went quiet. Everything just ran.
Think so? That's what it sounded like.
Think
to me.
so, lady saying, think so?
Yeah.
Well, ma'am, it's just, everything just hit us in the face really quick. We're gonna walk through the building more. Would you like to follow us?
After Adam invited the spirits to follow us around, we left the area and investigated a few other nearby spots. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get any more clear responses through the Phasma box. With that, we headed up to Sarah's room, where Dave and I had our first experiment planned for the evening.
As you guys know, more than anyone else, how much work has gone into this place. When we first got it, there was nothing in here. A few toys, things like that. And ever since we started in the last 3 years, we have slowly been adding on to this. Now, there's a part of me that's a little mad because it's almost like I'm feeding into what I don't even think is a legit haunting of what everyone thinks. There is no little girl here, in my opinion. This is a thought form, or it was something even brought in, but we're not dealing with a child. I really do not believe that at the end of the day. So yeah, putting in this cabinet, nice French Victorian era looking cabinet, the mirrors, the dolls, the rocking horses, the bed frame, the cradle, the vanity. It's only feeding the haunting, right? But I will say I'm not a big provoker. I'm not. Only when it's necessary. Only when it's necessary. And this is the one place I tell people, have at it. But that leads me to what I was about to say. You had something you wanted to do in here.
Yeah, actually, Dave and I were talking about an experiment that we had in mind, and it involves a Latin ceremony. You know, this kind of ties into the RU theory that we recently released at Madison Seminary. We talk about how spirits may not hear or experience time the same way we do. You know, a lot of people believe that time moves in different directions, boom, 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 all over the place. So, what we were thinking, possibly, why don't we take this ceremony, play it backwards?
Let me follow with you. Play it backwards as in taking Latin and
reversing it how we play it. We're going to play it in reverse.
Essentially, one of the prayers, and I think the one that we're going to go with in this room, is actually just the Lord's Prayer. But we're going to flip it.
Okay. I like this already. Well, let's not waste any time. Let's set up and get that going.
I like it.
Do it.
As Adam stated, he and others believe that the presence in this room could be a thought form brought into existence by the power of the mind. However, we are all open to the possibility that this could also be a non-human spirit, much older than the building itself, since Latin is one of the oldest known languages and is believed by some to be spoken by negative entities. We wanted to use the Lord's Prayer in Latin to see what kind of response we could invoke. As Dave and I were quickly showing Adam how to use the tablet, we began to feel as though something in the room was changing.
Fun fact. Hallelujah in reverse sounds like hallelujah when you play it forward or backward. It's weird. Just a fun fact.
Dude, I don't know about you guys, we got a weird vibe about what this is about to do.
I actually heard something as soon as it started.
What did you hear?
Like a thud.
On the outside?
Come on in and give her a listen.
Sarah!
Ting.
If you are Sarah, there's something you need to hear. Let's see if you get it with me.
I think something's coming down from upstairs.
Is that all of it right there?
I think so.
Dude, in one of the words, when it came backwards, it sounded like it said Sarah. And then my body just got covered in chills. What did you hear out there, Dave?
A thud the first time, but it almost sounded like something started walking around upstairs.
That was the eeriest feeling I've had in this
Oh,
room
yeah.
for a while. So that was Latin in reverse. When we talk about string theory and things like this, maybe EVP phenomena may not be the way we think it is. They may be trained to hear things backwards. So in a sense, by even doing that, something feels written.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen, I will say this right now. Again, I'm not a big provoker. I think only go after what is deserved. And Dave, I'm telling you right now, you are greenlit. I think you would be the best person right now to go in here. Oh, dude, there's something happening right now. I say we isolate you up here. Yeah. Isolate you for 20 minutes. I'm going to close these doors here behind you. These doors are going to be shut. Yes. It is charged. Wow, it's charged.
All right. Do it.
Under Adam's direction, we prepped the room and our equipment for Dave's solo EVP session. Before leaving the room, Adam and I wanted to offer some words of encouragement to Dave.
Alright, Dave, you're going to be up here by yourself, obviously, and no help is coming. Do whatever comes natural.
And if there's any presence in the room right now that's willing to come up and talk to Dave, do what you need to do. Because Dave is up here to communicate with you. So do whatever it takes to get his attention. He's a big man.
Hulk.
So you got to do quite a bit.
Hulk smash.
Damn right.
All right.
And just so we remember, Sarah and whoever, this is my friend Dave.
You've seen me before. You know who I am.
Alrighty.
Gonna roll on Pandora in 3, 2, 1. It's me moving it around. All right, we are rolling. I've got some rather limited time up here with you. So if there's anyone up here, I'm going to start this out real quick and easy. You can see this box over here on the little tiny vanity. Go over there and completely up to you. Say whatever you'd like. Completely up to you. Say whatever you'd like. We played a little bit of a Latin prayer for you in here. Did you enjoy that, or was that something that that made you upset? I know the energy is off. As soon as we got done playing that Latin in reverse, I'd be the same up here since. I'd be the same up here since. If there's anybody up here, I need you to come in here and talk to me. You can see this little box over here on the table. That's the only way I'm going to hear you. Unless you make a noise, that box is the only way I'm going to hear you. That box is the only way I'm going to hear you. As you can see, I'm going to start out with you seated. I'm going to ask the camera out there turned off. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but it turned off.
Just a few moments into Dave's solo EVP session, the camera outside in the hall turned off all on its own. This was only the beginning of all the technical issues that we suffered throughout the evening.
If there really is a young girl named Sarah, can you come in this room and talk to me? Can you come in this room and talk to me? I know I'm a pretty big guy, but don't let that scare you. I would never in a million years dream of hurting or upsetting a little girl. All right, if there really is a little girl named Sarah, I'm going to ask that you just kind of back out of the room for a little bit. And I'm going to get up. Now, there's another theory about this room. It's another theory about this floor. You know the owner of this place, the one Adam Kimmell. He likes to think that there really isn't a little girl named Sarah up here. And if that is the case, come to this box right here. You've seen this box, I don't know how many times by now. Come over to this box and tell me why it is you're doing what you're doing. And honestly, I'm not going to leave until I have an answer. And honestly, I'm not going to leave until I have an answer. I can hear you moving around. And I feel every time you come in here, it's a nice cool breeze that just envelops me. And there's not a window or door open up here. So you're doing good on that front. All right, you got T-minus 1 minute. You have 1 minute, 60 seconds. You have 1 minute, 60 seconds. It's your last shot. So I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to you. I'll listen. You talk. Make some noise. I'll listen. But I'm done trying to understand you. But I'm done trying to understand you. Man, I was really hoping that closet door was going to live up to the hype. I don't know if you just like it open or what. Personally, I'd close it. Should never just leave your closet door open. Should never just leave your closet door open.
After Dave's 20-minute solo session, Adam and I came back into Sarah's room in order to regroup and discuss Dave's personal experiences and his general thoughts.
Big Daddy Dave.
How'd it go?
You hear a couple noises, had a couple cold spots, but you know what? Like I said earlier, the compassionate side of me wants to see just a little girl in here having fun, interacting with our guests and, doing what they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the cynical side of me really thinks this is just some loser with fetish.
Interesting.
But anything that came into this room, like some cold spots, literally just some little noises, if it wasn't still at the level of a kid, like my hand get cold, so it's a little girl reaching for my hand, or is it a creepazoid reaching for my hand? There looked like there were some good responses, but
So we haven't heard the Pandora yet.
we haven't heard the Pandora
really
yet,
cool stuff.
but I'm sure we got some
listen,
good responses on that.
The hell is that? Hello? Dude, well, you were talking, it sounded like metal dragging. I don't know if the audio caught it. It sounded like right out here metal dragging.
I didn't hear a damn thing.
I was just listening to you, but I was listening to, I don't know if we caught it, but it caught my attention like it was.
I didn't hear anything.
Since Dave was speaking when Adam heard the metallic sound, we weren't able to hear the noise that Adam described when we reviewed our audio. However, we felt as though the activity may have been increasing, so we thought that it would be a great time to take our investigation to the next level. Our next experiment has been successful for me in the past, but it has also proven difficult at times to get immediate interaction and responses. It's said that the spirits at Madison Seminary respond in different ways and that you never know what kind of activity to expect. What we were about to experience was no exception to that statement.
All right, this is kind of a cool experiment that we're going to try. It's something that I've done at private residences, and it's something that anybody can do with very little budget, because you don't need a lot of money sometimes to investigate. You just need to be creative up here. So one thing that I've done before is I'll buy balloons like this, and I'll get them statically charged, and I'll try to get something to come in and interact with the balloons. We have different colors here, and I'm getting ready to blow this up, so this will be a treat for everybody at home. We might even make the gag reel. We don't know yet. So this is going to be awkward.
Blow it, buddy. That's That's right. He passes out.
How did we do? I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Now tying it's gonna be funny, because how the heck do you do that when you're holding this? Oh man, I almost submit already. I think I got like a blood rush to my head. I almost fell down.
Are you good?
I don't know.
We don't have all night.
I get
Technically
that.
we do, but
I can't get it to tie. But maybe I do. Maybe I do.
I said I wasn't gonna curse. I just cursed.
Okay. I did get it with much struggle.
Gonna add a clap track in there.
But anyway, here's the balloon. We have 3 different colors. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get them statically charged. And you know, one theory is that spirits consist of energy. And that energy might emit an electromagnetic field. Well, if we get these statically charged, then something in theory could possibly move it based on their energy field. So I don't know, I'll try my head, try to get some static on this. I don't know. There's no funny business, and there's no wind up here either. That's confirmed, because it's freaking hot up here. Stagnant air.
I can vouch. There is absolutely no airflow. These windows are unfortunately sealed.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to document any interaction through the balloon experiment. However, I believe that what we all experienced next is directly related to what we were trying to achieve through the experiment. Something did move for us, but it wasn't a balloon. And because we weren't ready for it, we didn't capture it on camera. The personal experience that we're about to share supported our belief that the spirits at Madison Seminary respond in different ways, and you can never quite know what to expect.
We're just gonna have to talk about it right now. Okay. We just shut the cameras down for 1 second to set up for Eric's solo up here in the asylum, and Eric just...
Did we have that camera on?
I just turned down the security cam.
Son of a gun. All right, so I set the camera and everything down right here in the center of the bed. And I was standing right here. I hadn't even fully started walking away.
Literally in line.
Yeah, and this happened. The camera fell off the bed.
Are we still functional?
Oh, I don't think there's any permanent damage. I took that camera off right here. Okay. Set it down. I set this down right here.
And now we're on the floor.
And now it landed like this. So I don't know how that could have happened. Honestly, that kind of actually shocked me a little bit, to be honest.
What seriously gave me chills, I was right by the door, and I literally watched that thing move. Like, it was like a good foot.
Holy
and
crap.
I was watching, because I was like, no, I was looking at it for a second to look where all the cameras were, and I literally saw that thing sliding across the bed. But the thing had been sitting there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave said he saw me put it in the center.
Like, it may have been a little bit more this way, but it was not near the edge.
No, I wouldn't have done that.
Yell at them for doing that.
Oh.
When you're by yourself, not over here.
Okay. I get it.
Once we confirmed that my camera was still functional, Adam and Dave set up the equipment for my solo EVP session. But after what had just happened, I was a little nervous and my senses were on high alert.
Well, just so you guys know, Eric hates every last one of you.
Oh, thanks. That makes for an interesting solo session here. Oh, he shut the door. All right. Well, I am up here by myself after my rig just slid off the bed behind me here. It just slid off all by itself. I'll say this, that was intense. And I'm going to be asking for something to move, which it already has, so I know it's possible. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start our Pandora, and that is precisely here. See if you guys can see this. I'm going to hit record, which is right here. Ready? All right, so we are recording. What I want you to talk through is this thing right here on the chair. And just speak up loud. That way we can hear you when we know it's you. Feel
free to use your regular voice too. We like that. We like to know that it's you. Can you see that? I know you guys have knocked that doll off of this wheelchair before. I'm a little afraid right now, okay? But if you can do that for me, if you can knock this doll off of this wheelchair with me up here, I'll leave right now. Then you can have this whole area back to yourself, and we'll kind of stray away from here for a while. Just like you did to my expensive camera. If you can do that for me, I would greatly appreciate it. And you have the rest of the evening up here just to do whatever. Right there it is. I'm away from it. I can step further away. Right there it is. Come on up. I know you can do it. Just like you did to my camera that was on the bed. You can do it. And if you do it, I will leave. I'm a good guy too. I've only ever been here just to help. Now I'm asking for your help. This will help us out a lot. This will help us out a lot. I don't understand. You knocked my camera off the bed just a few minutes ago. And now you don't want to knock this doll off the chair? You could really scare the pants off of me too. I say win-win. Just do it. Come on up. Right there. Right there. You're doing great. I don't care. I'm to the point where I don't really care what you say. I just want to hear your voice so that we can know that you're here and I can help maybe. So speak into that and say whatever you want now. As I was reviewing the EVPs for my solo session and heard this voice, I thought that it sounded very familiar to me. In the past, myself and a few of the Mad Crew volunteers have captured the voice of a spirit that refers to himself as the Surgeon. In our experience, the Surgeon generally responds to questions in a small room that is only 50 feet away from where this was recorded. Since I wasn't sure, I wanted to share this EVP with my good friends April and Ashley in order to gather their thoughts.
Yeah, I do believe it was a surgeon. I've heard his voice many times through the Phasma box, and EVPs, when they've been human tone, it matches exactly. The surgeon is someone that came across the Phasma the first time that we were in the room, and I had asked the question, is there a doctor here? And across the Phasma box came, I'm a surgeon, in a very arrogant tone. For the EVP that was captured by you, my first image was a woman on the table that he was basically sitting in front of, like an examination room, but also showing her off as he said that to someone. I can only describe it as excitement, but in a horrifying way. I do believe it corresponds with the room and other evidence that we've captured and I've captured myself. Women to him are objects. And that EVP solidified that feeling that I have of him. That's how he thinks women are. We're just things. We're not people. We're not meant to be respected. So for him to say, you know, to come look at this, basically, he's showing it off, and not exactly in a medical way. If it was residual, who was he showing it off to? I think that's almost more disgusting that he thought it was okay. Like, that was something he should be doing, and you should like it. The surgeon is sexist and arrogant and objectifies women, which is why I believe that women are negatively affected the most in that room. Some of the ways I've heard women say that they're being affected in the room is pain in their abdomen, pain in their back, dizziness, and even some being affected by being angry.
So the first night we put the table in the room, we decided to do an EVP session, and we used the Phasma box and the Pandora. And while they were doing that, I felt a sharp pain in my abdomen, which almost felt like a C-section. And I started feeling really sad and upset and angry all at once, a lot of emotions, to where I've never felt so much sadness in the building until that night.
Which we know that there were doctors that were staffed in the building. Sometimes I wonder if it was a doctor who was there that wasn't necessarily a surgeon, but always wanted to be, which would explain the arrogance. And then now that's what he wants to be known as. He may have operated on people, even though he wasn't supposed to, that kind of thing. I don't know. Or performed all these abortions and that made him a surgeon in his eyes. I don't know.
We're running out of time here. I need you to say the words,
Madison Seminary.
all right. Things getting interesting. Okay. I thought things were about to get interesting, and actually all it was these guys coming up the stairs.
So anything good happen up here?
In total transparency, I don't know for 100% sure. I might have heard some movement around. The balloons didn't move. That part of it, maybe not so successful, but I bet you anything we captured something on the Pandora. As you know, every time you come to Madison Seminary, you hear movement. Whether it's right beside of you or in the distance, there's always movement. So anyway, that's what happened. So
maybe we ought to, we think we put a static camera up here for a while.
Good call. We did have that camera slide off the bed and land in the floor while we were up here. So there's still a chance that something can move.
A little bit.
Yeah, that happened. So it's probably not a bad idea to put a static camera up here in the room and let us go to other areas and see what we get.
As Dave suggested, we attempted to set up a stationary camera in the asylum before leaving the area. Incredibly, and without any explanation, our camera would shut off randomly with no discernible pattern, cause, or time span that repeated. This was despite the fact that the camera was brand new and was working perfectly earlier in the day. At this stage, I was beyond frustrated with all the equipment malfunctions that we had endured.
Fine. I feel like taking this outside and having a little fun against the sidewalk. That's what I feel like doing.
Once we switched out the camera, everything started working. It's important to note that this was not the same camera that had shut off on Dave earlier in the night.
The camera out there turned off.
Once we were confidently up and running, we left the area to prevent noise contamination. About 1 hour after we had left and were on the first floor, we recorded this strange sound. Despite Adam's slight hesitance to investigate the laundry wing, Dave and I wanted to see if we could possibly get some responses in the area. During our investigation with Resident Undead, a tragedy was revealed. We wanted to see if we could document anything that could potentially lead to more answers.
Before we proceed, let's even see if anyone's willing to talk tonight. Hey everybody. I know there's a few of you over here for sure. And ma'am, I will be completely honest, it is very hard for me to continue investigating in there, which we still will, but uncovering what we have really still bothers me. But ma'am, if you don't want to talk, I understand. Anyone though that would like to talk, you have the open mic. We're gonna record, we're gonna do an active EVP real quick, short burst. On the count of 3, Say whatever's on your mind, all right? We're just here to talk to you. 1, 2, 3. Tell us what's on your mind tonight. Ending EVP, ending. Oh, shit, we got movement all around us. I heard stuff over there. You heard stuff behind us. Well, I'm gonna assume somebody came to talk. I want to play it right into the mic right here. Good. 1, 2, 3. Tell us what's on your mind tonight. Where's my money? Come here real quick. Okay. So there were a lot of safes left here. All right, a lot of safes. We cut into all of them, Ocean's 11 style. Mm-hmm. All of them had nothing, right? We just the other day started cutting into the last one.
As Dave and I followed Adam to the old kitchen, I began to wonder what we were about to learn. At times we feel that we know a lot about Madison Seminary and its history, but somehow, the building, its residual presence, or the spirits that remain inside seem to find new ways to surprise us.
Recently it was just like, how funny would that be to find money in there, right? Like, and I don't know if it's related. I don't know, but why would we get an EVP? Answer me, because like, I don't know if the dead watch me when I do things here, but like, I just let it go. You know what I mean? Like, if everyone knows me, money is not a motive. It's just an ends of mean of things you need. But there could be the dead here that don't agree.
Everything that has happened tonight
seemed to have had some relevance, is what you're getting, right, Dave?
Because know what? Like, you guys didn't know about it. I didn't tell you guys. It was a little side project.
I didn't know anything about it.
Where's my money? Answer me. Where's my money? It's just, there's something about it. There's just something very suspicious about the safe, and it's still, like, there's still more to cut into.
Wow.
And that's the last one. That's the last one. There were probably 6 safes, but that one always caught my eye. That was the big safe. And I had to get specialized tools to get into that one. Listen, I don't know where your money is. I really don't know. But I don't even really think it's in that safe. I think someone stole your money. I think, what do you suggest? I mean, there's somebody I think intelligent in there that's angry.
I do have one idea. We just did active EVP, we got that response.
Yeah.
Why don't we maybe try something with the Kinect's camera in there? I'm thinking.
You have the Kinect with, okay.
Yeah,
right.
we'll set up the Kinect camera, and if we don't get any kind of cool interaction with that, we'll use the REM pod as backup. Just kind of set it up in there and see what we get.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
Without hesitation, we quickly set up the Kinect camera with a REM pod for additional validation over in the laundry wing storage area.
I don't know how to put this already. Even before we start, I want to say this, that even as we're starting, weird things have been happening with our production, all right? Just getting equipment going. And here's what I'm going to say about that. I swear to you, when you try to talk about the secrets of this place, things happen. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't want us to really investigate this room. I didn't, all right? I don't feel comfortable with it at times. And with that EVP, where's my money things, Dave, while our cameras were off, was talking about what if it had something to do with the woman being buried? What if someone got paid off to do it, right? There's so many theories jumping out there, but now we have to do this, all right? This is what happens every time, you know, you play nice here, you get a nice haunting, you start talking about the secrets, you start poking at this bear, things happen. Now we have to engage.
All right.
I'm gonna be standing behind here, watching the monitor, recording. You guys are in there. We'll see if we catch any anomalies on the Kinect device. I will inform you of what's around you. You also have a REM pod behind you there. Eric, it seems to be frozen with you looking right at me. I don't know how to.
I'll have to come over there.
It's wrong.
Huh?
It's wrong.
Oh, it's not acting right. One technical issue right after the other. Crap. I wish I could explain. I'm just not that smart.
I'm on the main screen. I exited out because it was frozen.
Good. Yep, I understand. You did the right thing here.
I'll let you. I got this.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
Can you wave?
You saw it was working.
Yes, it was.
Maybe it's a. Oh my god.
What happened? What happened?
I just pulled on my f***ing shirt.
You felt like pulling your shirt?
I'm not done with this f***ing room, dude. Seriously.
It may seem incredible, but we swear that about 1 minute after Adam spoke about issues with our equipment, our Kinect camera froze up. We might have thought this was coincidence if we hadn't had multiple issues throughout the night. When Dave's shirt was pulled, it was personal validation for me that the Kinect camera malfunction was caused by something paranormal. Unfortunately, because of the way that Dave was facing us, low resolution, poor lighting and grain, we couldn't see Dave's shirt being tugged upon review. Everything considered, I believe that this is when Dave's feelings in the room began to intensify.
Enough to pull the side of my shirt.
All right. We have a glitch now on the Kinect. So listen, all right, we're gonna run them. We're gonna just do another active EVP.
I'm done with this room.
There you are. You're back.
Is it back on?
Yeah, I got a skeleton.
Give your cam on that real quick.
All right, give me a.
Listen, man, you need to move aside. There's clearly someone here. I don't think it's a female. I think I'm just covered in chills right now, dude.
Yep.
We're just gonna run live. Kinect is now back online.
Yep.
All right.
I got your skeleton, bud.
All right, on the count of 3, you will talk to me. Ma'am, I need you to step back, and whoever else that seems to be the aggressor, which I am feeling this, ma'am. This is not what you normally do, so I know it is not you. Someone wants money. You're looking for money. Well, you're gonna need to talk to me then, so come in. 1, 2, 3. Who's looking for money? Give me your name. Who are you? Ending EVP, ending. Dave, I'm going to your mic. Playing back. I want my money and then get out. This haunting doesn't stop. That is a new curveball. That there's so many theories. You know, I'm really behind Becca. I believe she saw it. This woman was taken to the lake. Her body was temporarily put here because they didn't know what to do. They were freaking out about it. It happened. She wasn't buried here. She was taken to the lake. But now, was there a hitman involved? Like, was there somebody that actually took care of the job? Your money isn't coming.
Especially since a poor girl lost her life. I can't right now, man.
I don't think there's much to gather. I don't think, like... And honestly, if we continue, we're only going to empower it.
Yeah, let's call it.
Just walk away.
I'm done with this room, man.
Just walk away.
I feel sorry for her, but
Just walk away, yeah. Just walk away.
yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
You alright, Dave?
I don't blame him. I don't, it's wrong in there right now, dude. It's wrong. I was gonna say this earlier, like I know what he's feeling right now. I didn't want us to walk in. I didn't want to find a reason. Every time we do this, there's always something that drags you in, you know? Oh, dude. I was kidding, I didn't want to go in there. Like, the situation, it makes me feel like dude, because there's nothing I can do right now. You know, he's feeling the same. So we just call it. Okay.
Adam and I can be heard faintly in the distance discussing everything that had just happened. As we spoke to one another, we caught a heart-wrenching female scream on our static camera that was still set up in the asylum. Dave, Adam, and I can't be certain if this scream is directly related to the female presence that we discovered in the laundry wing. Without the benefit of Becca's presence, we're left to speculate amongst ourselves. Regardless of whose voice was captured on our audio, it sounds as though she is in agony. Once Adam and I had finished with our conversation, we started to look for Dave. We found Dave outside, and I could tell right away that he had been affected by the activity that he experienced in the laundry wing storage room.
You alright, bud?
I don't know what to do.
What do you mean?
Like somebody died. And literally, if this dude's gone, all he cares about is the girl's gone. Where's my money? Dead or alive?
Just our energy going in there. I told you all night I didn't want to go in there. I just had this vibe, like, let's try to avoid investigating that spot, right?
Yeah.
Well, emotion could trigger that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not kidding. I was ready to go with you guys through this entire building. I really was. Except for one spot, the room, you know.
We should listen.
It's right now. It just seems like there's unrest because of everything.
That's exactly what it is.
That whole area. When we were here for RU, after someone finally listened to her, she's just wandering the building, hoping that someone else is going to listen to her.
Like when I was trying to go after whatever Sarah was, that whole quarantine was like hijacked. I came there looking for Sarah and it ended up with talking to her again, you know, and I'm not against that at all, but it's just, you're right. Now we have her walking around. Yes, she's worried and she's in a panic. Don't talk about this. I get it. I don't know anymore. You can have these theories that you can walk in and when you have a great attitude, yes, it does. The haunting will play if you don't try to figure out the secrets. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but the minute you dive into that stuff, the haunting changes. It's like a fail-safe. It's a fail-safe. Like, it will bounce back. It'll straight back at you.
And every time we have set up for something has gone terribly awry.
Yes.
Every time.
Weird stuff.
Right.
I tested all the stuff before we come out. There's no reason for this.
And that's just it. This haunting knows our game. Like, it's like we use the term all the time. If it didn't happen on camera, it didn't happen, right?
They know.
Right.
They know when to hit us when we're not ready. And for everyone that has been watching this, I get it. There are things that happen when we're just taking a quick break to go get new batteries and stuff. That's when it's been hitting us hard tonight. That's when they got us when we were vulnerable.
Hard,
it's hard. You had an extension cord we were pulling. You felt it tugged back. It was on the floor.
Rip it out of my hand.
We had a camera rig. I saw it with my own eyes sliding across the bed. You said, I put that on the middle of the bed. I knew you would do that. Why would you lean on the edge? I looked and I was watching that thing slide until it fell.
And this entire night, logic has been thrown out the window. What do you do?
Like, I thought we were going to have an average night, like with the approach. This is how it happens.
But I'm at a loss. I don't know what else to do.
Well, I'll say this. Madison Seminary certainly delivered last night.
Yeah. And it continues to. Everything last night just feels so different. After being in there so much over the last 3 years, there's just nothing. I've never experienced what we experienced last night at all.
Yeah, it's weird how these things work out too. It waited until the end of the night to kind of explode.
Yep.
And, you know, by that point, it's like, what do you do?
And like we always say, the theory of they know when the cameras are rolling. They definitely knew last night and this morning, because every single time the cameras were off for us to readjust or to regroup, something else got broken.
Right. The other thing I think was really interesting is that the activity we caught at the end of the night seemed to almost be a continuation of what we did with Resident Undead.
Yeah.
I think that was crazy.
Very true.
So,
like I said, there's so much more story there that needs to be told. We just have to be careful uncovering it.
And I also feel like we have to be diligent in order to get it.
Yes.
That information, that story. So, you know, eventually I feel like, you know, teaser alert, we might need to go back and do something again.
I would say that, not like we're never going to visit Madison again between now and then, but there's a lot more that I feel we can uncover if we come back and hit this twice as hard. So anyway, we want to thank you guys for hopping on board with this project. This was a lot of prep and work to get this where it is. Thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts, first of all, for being behind the RU Media Network and everything that we're working on. And thank you so much for tuning into this new series.
Don't forget to like and share our video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do have more on the way. These things take a lot of planning and a lot of time, so just bear with us, please, and we will have a new video soon.
And find us all on social media between Instagram and Facebook. You can find our Facebook pages pretty easily if you just search the names. You can even search for our personal pages if you really want to, but probably find most of that over on Instagram, and we'll list our handles. Again, thanks for watching.
Yep.
Hope to see you back.
We're not going to tease about the next location yet. Nope. That's our secret. But anyway, thanks again, guys. Next time. I'm sorry, I was out of breath when I was explaining that. Did I do all right?
Let's we should probably shoot it. You nailed it, dude.
Okay. I'm just going to go with that.
Okay. You did great, man.
No, I was out of breath from walking up the steps and this digging straight into my ribs.
Dave's like, don't talk to me. I got to catch my breath.
I can't breathe. I'm fat.